the 50th session of the UN Human Rights Council, a member of the U.S. delegation said that disinformation is a dangerous, quick, and inexpensive way to destabilize societies, sow confusion, and shake public trust. Do you have any comment?
说到虚假信息
Speaking of disinformation, the U.S. official is indeed very adept at it because the U.S. is an expert in disinformation. The U.S. is accustomed to using its public opinion machine and disclosure hegemony to distort facts, cover up crimes, evade responsibilities, and escape punishment. The Iraq War is a case in point. With a false claim backed by a vial of laundry powder, the U.S. waged the Iraq War, which lasted as long as 8 years and killed more than 200,000 civilians. By monopolizing the source of information, the U.S. tried to sell the story of clean and responsible operations by its troops. In 2009, the then Associated Press CEO Tom Curley criticized the U.S. administration for turning the U.S. military into a global propaganda machine. The U.S. military responded by threatening to wipe out both Curley and the AP if they continue to adhere to the principle of journalism. In order to hide the atrocities the U.S. has committed during the war from the world, the U.S. military invented a system of discourse where collateral damage becomes the euphemism for civilian casualties, key operation for murder, enhanced interrogation techniques for torture, and wasting the enemy for killing civilians. Besides, the U.S. also suppresses targeted media outlets to manipulate the narrative of wars. In the Kosovo War, the U.S.-led NATO bombed the radio television of Serbia headquarters in the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia and killed dozens of media practitioners and civilians in order to stop the country's media from clarifying facts and truths to the world. In March, Serbian people at the Europa League unfurled banners with the names of countries and regions that suffered from wars launched by the US-led NATO. But few US media has reported that truth cannot be faked and falsehood cannot be turned into reality. The U.S. may present itself as an advocate for justice and a superhero trying to save the world with all the gambits disposable to gloss itself over. But the fact is, the U.S. cannot hide its hypocrisy and hegemony of trampling on justice. We believe that more and more people will see it through.